Excellent. Can I share one more little pearl? You can use different medicines to activate different energies. Okay. And foods are medicines. And there are 3 foods that we call the three medicines, but they can also become, what are medicines? What's a medicine, generally?
A healing product.
A healing product, okay. And what are the parameters for taking a medicine?
If you have a disease.
If you need it,
Yeah.
right? What else?
To prevent it sometimes.
What?
Sometimes you take...
Preventative.
Okay, that's preventative. Yeah, but when you take the medicine,
To feel better.
Yeah, the right dose.
thank you, you have the right dose, right? If you take too much, what happens?
You hurt yourself.
It's poison. It poisons you. If you take too little, it doesn't do its work. So the right dose of a medicine is essential in its use. Too much of it, it becomes poison. Take it at the wrong time, it's automatically too much, and it therefore is a poison as well. Right? So these things that are medicinal, that help us to heal and grow and live, can also be poisonous if we take it at the wrong time. The 3 medicines that we work with most often in our day-to-day life. What are the 3 most fun things that you eat or drink?
Fine.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Sugar, great. What's one?
Salt.
Salt is everyone agree that salt is the fun thing?
Yeah, of course.
It's fun, okay. Is it as fun as sugar?
You know,
I'm
not a sugar.
I'm not a sweet person.
Okay, great. Okay, so it's for you, it's good. So salt, that's interesting. We'll pay attention to salt. What else?
Coffee.
Coffee is a second one, yeah. And the third one?
alcohol.
Alcohol. Excellent. So you already know what the 3 medicines are, right? If you're going to have a party, you're going to serve people cupcakes, wine, and espresso on the end, right? Oh, it depends on what culture, right? So like, these are 3 medicinal things. Salt is really interesting. It's super medicinal and it can dry you out, but we're not going to put it on the level of coffee, alcohol, and sugar because, well, it's interesting. What are the 3 most things that you see in a town now? What kind of shops?
Bakery.
Bakeries, coffee shops, and bars. Right? They're the 3 most fun places. And what? And pretty much anywhere, right? Right? We're like, oh, there's a lot of yoga studios. Oh yeah, how many coffee shops are there? Right? Every block, there's many of them. So these are medicines that people have used over time because they're really fun, right? If you're going to have a birthday party, you want some sugar there. You want to make a cake, right? You want to celebrate that. Do you want to eat a whole cake? Some people want to eat a whole cake, right? What happens if you eat a whole cake? Right, you pay the price for it. It might be too much of that medicine, right? If you need to relax after a day and you want to take a medicine to relax, that's a non-pharmaceutical. What do you say to somebody?
Chamomile tea.
Chamomile tea, that's one medicine. Let's go have a drink, right? You're stressed out, let's go have a glass of wine. And what's interesting about alcohol we say, the first drink soothes the chi, right? And then it loosens the chi, right? But then it accelerates the chi, and then it scatters the chi, right? So that's like 1 drink, 2 drink, 3 drink floor, right? Right? That's what happens. One drink, or even 1 sip is like the chi is eased, right? And that's what we talked about in the beginning. Where there's free flow, there is ease. There's no pain. So you take a little bit of that medicine so that there's less blockage. There was butong, there was no free flow. Take a little medicine, now there's free flow. I have ease. But too much medicine, too much ease, disease, right? So that's really interesting. So this is where we say alcohol acts on the chi, sugar acts on the blood or the flesh, and coffee acts on essences. Now here's where coffee gets interesting. Coffee is what? It comes from what substance? A bean, right? So a bean has a very different energetic profile than, let's say, a leaf, right? This is why coffee and tea are different, and I'm going to separate them. You don't see people as like hooked on tea as they do on coffee, because tea is a different type of medicinal. Tea acts on a higher level and it spreads things. Beans, though, what? Beans work on your beans, right? So they move your kidneys, is what we say in Chinese medicine, right? A bean is a very deep energetic level. It's actually a seed. And so if you put a bean and you sprout it, it becomes a whole plant. And so this is a very powerful energy. But interestingly, so then what happens? You harvest the bean, and then what do? Before you grind it, you roast it until it's what color? Manhattan.
So Super brown.
It's black.
Black.
It's super brown but black, right? And so in Chinese medicine, we also say that black or dark blue is the color of the kidneys. And so this is an indication to us that, oh, it's a bean, so it has to deal with the kidneys, and now it's turned black before you drink it. So this is really acting on your kidneys. And kidneys are the level of essences for us. They store the essences. All the organs store essences, but really we're talking about the kidneys. This is deep, precious energy. And in Western medicine, we know this too, right? What sits on top of your kidneys physically? What glands? Adrenal glands. In Chinese medicine, we call the force of adrenal glands kidney yang. This is what we call a kidney activity. Coffee does what? Stimulates the release of cortisol and adrenaline. Right? So it actually gets you firing on all cylinders. Now, if you have the resources, no problem. You hit turbo drive and you go. But anyone ever like OD on coffee? And then what happens when you drink coffee? You feel worse. You feel jittery, you feel scattered, and you just crash. Right? So it's like you drain the tank and you're squeezing every drop out of it. And then people who abuse it, they start to get a little back pain because your kidneys and your adrenals are literally drying out and they're pulling on the muscles. It's uncomfortable.
Well, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why I don't drink coffee?
That's okay. Yeah. So it's a medicine though, because what? Coffee makes you feel, for the most part, pretty good, pretty happy. So this is your most precious energy. And coffee's like, hey, give your best. Right? So this is why there's traditionally coffee rituals where you sit for a while, make the coffee, and then drink it, and then you do what? You sit around and talk for a long time, or you like do your arts or meditation or whatever. It's because it's a strong, strong stimulant, and it stimulates your best. Right? Anyone ever have a cup of coffee with their best friend and like have the best conversation ever? Well, all these ideas you plan for the future, you're so full of life. That's traditionally what it's for. That's a medicinal dose of coffee. You had a big meal, you want to sit around with your friends, and you have a coffee ceremony. And you'll even hear people talk about the ritual of coffee. Right? Oh, I can't give up coffee because it's my morning ritual. Right? So we still ritualize this medicine, but we've abused it. Because sometimes we like, oh, I like that feeling, and here's where it relates back. If you need to get through the afternoon of work, and you're tired, do you sleep and rest and build your blood? Or do you drink coffee and tell your body to put your essences into your day-to-day work? A lot of us drink coffee to get through. Right? And so that's a way every day that we dip into our savings, deep savings, to get through and pay our day-to-day checking. Which is why some people feel really depleted all the time, even if they exercise, even if they eat well. They didn't realize, oh, I've been drinking coffee to get through my day. I've been trading your essences. If you don't have essences, it's very easy to run out of money. Make sense? Cool. So that's a little fun about the three medicines or the three poisons. And you can take a look at your life and see, am I taking a medicinal dose of these, or am I not taking enough, or am I taking too much? The secret is you can get through without any of them. Right? You can live your life without sugar, caffeine, and alcohol, or without alcohol and coffee. But it's really fun. And they're celebratory. Right? And so pay attention to how you use those medicines and how you can use them medicinally as opposed to abusively.
So one drink a day is better than binging the weekends. That's what
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't really want to scatter the chi,
Alright.
right? We want to soothe the chi, right? But it also depends on the person, right? Some people tend to get overheated really easily, and then a drink a day might be too much for them. Right? Because you don't need alcohol to soothe the chi. Like, you can drink chamomile tea, or you can go for a walk, or you can meditate, or you can get a massage. There's a lot of ways to soothe the chi. Alcohol just does it for you. Medicines do things that we can't do ourselves. But the secret is you can do it all yourself.
Yep.
And you can even do the effect of the medicine. You don't even need the medicine to soothe the chi. You don't need the medicine to enjoy the sweetness of life. You don't need medicine to move your essences. You can move your essences if you want to. Cool. That's fun. Yeah. So this is a teaching that I really resonated with when my teacher shared it, because it helped me do like an inventory of my life, of my financial plan. Conversations with my financial planner are similar to essence, blood, and sheep conversations with your doctor. Like, how am I using my resources? Is this a sustainable strategy? And do I get to enjoy my life along the way? Or am I just managing crisis after crisis? Cool. Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.